from the peeling process, it goes on to
onto the actual crushing. So we have a hammer mill there. It's a crushing device that crushes the garri into granulars.
Okay.
That is the shape that you see at the end of the day. So,
okay.
At that point, we make a fermented garri, Ijebu garri. So it's 7 days fermentation.
7 days?
Exactly.
Okay.
There's different qualities, but the best quality is the fermented type.
Okay.
So we ferment it for 7 days before we actually go and jack it and dewater the material.
This jacking business, I saw a jack. It actually looks like a truck jack, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
It's
something similar, right?
It is.
It's effective, really.
It's very effective. Those things can push out in that small little package upwards of 50 tons of pressure. So it's a massive amount of pressure that it puts onto the sacks and allows it to
take out the water.
Exactly.
Then the next stage is the.
It's actually the frying.
The frying
yeah,
stage.
We go into a frying stage. So our fryers are mechanical, semi-automatic. So we have operators on the fryers, set it up to 180 degrees C, and we fry it for about 45 to 45 minutes.
This is heavy equipment. You guys purchased this, or did you guys? What I can imagine for myself is you can't keep changing all these mechanisms.
No.
So how do you maintain them?
So we reverse engineered a system. So we bought a complete fryer and fabricated 9 of them in-house.
9?
Yeah, we have 9 fryers in our facility at this point.
And you rebuilt them yourself?
Exactly. So that allows us to know every component that's a part of it.
But you're a farmer, not an engineer.
You have to be both to make it here.
So I did mention this is a garri and cassava flour processing plant,
exactly.
isn't it? So what makes the difference? I mean, they're both products, but how do you differentiate them process-wise?
A good question. So the process is similar at the beginning. We have a wet process section where we peel and wash and dress the cassava. Everything changes at the grating, at the hammer mill process.
Okay.
If it's going to flour, it continues to get dewatered and gets processed in a flash dryer to get dried instantly within about 90 seconds and then milled into a fine powder. If it's garri, at that stage at the hammer mill, it gets separated and it gets fermented for 7 days, and then it gets roasted and fried. So the garri is a much drier product, and it's more coarse, and so the product changes at that stage. So,
in terms of supply, is garri and cassava? Garri and cassava flour.
it's more coarse, and so the product changes at that stage. So.
Is the supply chain the same, or one is bigger than the other, and why is that?
Certainly garri is the largest use of cassava in Nigeria. We are the largest producer of cassava in the world, and 90% of it goes towards garri and other local food products. Very little goes to industrial products like cassava flour or starch. But it's starting to take off now, especially with the changes in the economy and the global economy. People are looking to high-quality cassava flour as a substitute for starch in many of the products. So we'll see it soon enough.